raise my voice to the sky. Oh, liberty, shout for the free, let it ring here the cry. I'm gonna fight it on out, fight for you and me. Lift up, lift up, hear me singing now what we're battling for, living free and brave now and evermore. On hallowed grounds where our forefathers trod, marching on to the beat of our heart's resolve. We're breaking these chains, oh history's embrace. Rise it up, rise it up, standing tall for our rights in the light or the storm, holding tight to the truth that our spirit.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? You
Howdy.
episode. Yay. Everybody's so excited. Not really. It's probably the worst one. As you can probably hear, we're not completely over this cold thing yet. Doing better, though. But, it's a lingerer for some reason.
Where is my ear? There it is. Sorry.
No worries. So, yeah, you episode's going to be interesting. Like I said, you can always do a you name. I did a you name, and I did one with the you flavor. Just, a fun one. What do we got here? We don't have many in chat yet. That's my fault, too. I had some reason when I rescheduled it for a week later because last week we weren't feeling well. It actually put it as private. Got Neil.
Oh, yeah, I
Technically
noticed that.
speaking,
I've noticed that last night that the only scheduled was
Saturday.
Saturday.
Lady Liberty. Stephen L. You know that guy. Neil Pitts. Hey, Neil. Stevo. Kerplop. Hey, Kerplop. Hey, everybody. So, no, it's, we had to go through the alphabet, and I thought about combining a few, but the problem is, U is the weird one. It doesn't have a lot. Whereas you got everything before you, there's a lot of them. Everything after you, there's a lot of them. So if you combine it with any of them, it just kind of ends up, no one's going to wind up using U's. So, yeah, this will be a short episode. Sorry. Hey, Amy. Is Arnie at first again?
I think Y and Z might be ideal.
Yeah, X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z.
We'll probably finish off that one. But this one, the U was kind of in between. It's like, yeah, U sucks, but all the other ones around it have a lot. So it's like, okay, fine. We'll suffer through 1 week. And I agree with this. We'll just start right off with Bob's. Ultimate bullshit. That's exactly what this is. So, Cooling Agent WS23.
To do them.
It was. But the U was one that we thought about combining. Cooling Agent 0.5. Polar Blast FA at 0.5. So he's got in and out. Super Sweet Cap at 0.25. That's low.
The old
Ultimate Lemon from Flavor Jungle at 1. Ultimate Passion Fruit from Flavor Jungle at 2. Ultimate Peach from Flavor Jungle at 1. And Ultimate Tutti Frutti from Flavor Jungle at 1.5. And then he added some yuzu in there. Okay, I like that idea. A little bit yuzu in it. 0.5.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of that citrus tang to it. Yeah, I like that a lot.
It leaves a nice lingering funk when you add it to something.
It does. Banging tune sounds new age like Led Zeppelin. I don't know this one. Black Smoke Rising. Speaking of, anybody didn't catch it last Saturday's episode with the look up the hashtag AFL recipes. There's a lot of good music on there. A lot of good music. I absolutely love it. Music weeks. Thank you, Rocky. Music weeks are fun.
Yeah, let's go on.
What have I done?
Like I said, there aren't many, so this will be a fairly short episode. Sorry, guys.
Well, sometimes.
Lady's got a couple of them coming up, but we got one by Rocky here. Ultimate Upside Down Cake. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It did it with all Ultimates, though. Ultimate
nice.
Brown Sugar from Flavor Jungle at 1. Ultimate Cake Batter at 4. Ultimate Mango at 2. And Ultimate Pineapple at 3. A mango pineapple upside down. That's interesting. That does not sound bad. That sounds really good, actually.
It
Want
does.
some mango in the middle? Does sound good.
Those are a couple ultimates that I really, really eventually would like to try. I love the way mango and pineapple taste together. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah,
Be
cake
nice.
batter gets a little bit on that burnt side for me, but with the brown sugar, that might be the right way to work that cake batter for me.
I think the cake batter and the brown sugar were literally, in my opinion, made for each other. They go so well.
Nice
I was
picture too, Rocky.
actually briefly considering doing something with those. I don't have a lot of ultimates. Just like the original, like 5, and then lemon. That's it.
All right, guys. Which one of you wants to go first?
I don't care. I got both of mine done. I just haven't mixed them yet.
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay.
He said 2-2.
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah. For the leftover tea episodes, but it's also got you in it, 2-2s. That's a Paula's in the shower right now playing in a 2-2. So
That's not what you said when he left.
well, yeah, it has a little to do with what he's doing at shower.
Why are you moving around on me?
Now he's working on changing out the filter in the shower, one of the shower cartridge filters.
And his buddy came over to help him, so he had to do it, in the middle of the show, because, that's Paul.
Oh, nice. Got all the rest of the ultimates and all the noms. I hope you enjoy them.
Nice.
Noms actually surprised the crap out of me.
Okay, I have this is an older one. It's the only thing I can find there with you in it. Untamed Melons. This is adapted from Dan the Man. Cream Flavora 1.5, milk and honey Flavora 1, sweet coconut Flavora at 0.82, which I don't know why I use 0.82, but whatever. Wild melons Flavora at 2. This was pretty good actually. I think I have I did use all of it. I think I have a little bit of left, but
You may be dyslexic.
and then I have another one here. Where's he at? This one I just made the other day. I tried to make another blueberry cheesecake because I was like craving blueberry, and my last blueberry cheesecake, all I could taste was cheesecake. I need to get that Flavor West blueberry to put with this blueberry jam because it seems to be the going thing that's pretty good, but I don't have it. I have extra. This came out pretty good. That Bavarian cream in here really does something for this mix. I don't know what it is, but it changes it because all my other blueberry cheesecakes, they just taste like cheesecake. Can't taste any blueberry, but in this I can taste some blueberry and like some vanilla mixture or something going on. I don't know. It's pretty good though. I don't think I put a picture or anything on this one. I think I was just trying to make a good blueberry, but anyway, it's a Bavarian cream DX 2%, blueberry extra TPA 3%, blueberry jam, 400 flavors 2%, cheesecake graham crust 4%, and sweetness level up 0.5.
A Bavarian cream's sweet. That would actually sweeten up your cheesecake.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I didn't like usually when I do a cheesecake I put 2 different cheesecakes like I do my Guess cheesecake and this together, but I don't know, I was just trying to do something simpler. I wanted to taste the blueberry instead of just the cheesecake, so I was like, but I don't want to just blueberry vape. So I had to put something in there, but anyway, I don't know. I got to get that better blueberry though, that Flavor West to put with this.
Oh, the Flavor West blueberry. Yeah, that's
the
Flavor
West
sweet
blueberry
and
with that
candied blueberry.
is something special.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I keep hearing. I got to get. I thought I had it, but I fucking looked everywhere. I searched the world over and thought I'd found true love, but I can't find it.
I would dare say that's in my top 10 favorite older flavors.
Flavor West. That's my go at it. Next.
That looks really good.
Is she still mixing?
Yep, looks
I'm
that way.
looking up flavors if you want to go, or looking for flavors rather.
I can go. So I actually, where'd it go? I had it pulled up. Hold on, I'm sorry. I actually shared this on a stream. I don't know, last month, a couple months ago, on my show, and the original version was Tag Day AFL 2, but it's changed a little bit. And I'll explain why in a second. We got an upside down cocktail version 3.2. I've made several minor little tweaks back and forth. Caramel Flavora at 0.75, cherries and Awera at 1.5, creamy vanilla from Cap at 1.5, golden pineapple from Cap at 3.5, Kentucky bourbon TPA at 1%, sugarloaf BTA at 2%, super sweet perillum at 0.5, and white cherry medicine flower at 0.75. And this is the picture. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Starting to come down with something myself. And I actually put a little apology for the medicine flower because I know not everybody's into it, but sometimes it's just the right choice, especially with cherry. It originally had black cherry jelly bean in it, which was more candied, but it gave that Luden's cough drop type of note. And the pineapples, I thought because pineapples tend to be a bit acidic, acidity can cut through that note. But these pineapples just didn't do that here. Like I've had it work with like heavy amounts of like lemonade and lemon lime before, but these pineapples didn't work. But the white cherry from Medicine Flower is my absolute favorite. It really
It's a
pulled
good
this
cherry.
together for what my original vision and thoughts for this recipe was right from the beginning. If you like that more candied type of cherry note and don't mind that little bit of Ludens, or you don't get that cough droppy type of flavor, this was the original, except I believe I turned the 1.2. I referenced the 1.2 in the notes because I turned the black jelly bean down to 1 and the cherries down to 1.5 because it was just way too cherry. But yeah, that's the first one. That's the final version. Absolutely been loving it. Just crushing bottles of it. When it steeps out, you really do start to get like a nice vanilla note. It's very top notey, like with the cherry and the pineapple blending well together. Nice undertones. I love how the caramel and the bourbon do well together for that nice rich like boozy undertone with a little bit of warmth to it. But like after it steeps, you get a bit of that vanilla, like as an afterthought, kind of like it does have like that frothy. I tried actually vanilla milk froth in one version. I even tried a version with bananas Fosters because it has the spices in it that I was looking for. I tried it low. The problem is the spices didn't come through the way I wanted unless I pushed that, and then you've got the banana. I couldn't hide the banana anymore. Um, so yeah, that first version is you know, with the medicine flower is where I ended up with that one. And I think it's a fantastic recipe.
Cherries weren't as overpowering.
No, no. I mean, it's got a very nice amount of cherry, but not overpowering. No, the medicine flower was for me was the way to go. Um, it's just the right cherry note to pair with the Anawera cherry, which is exactly what I'm looking for. To go with pineapple. Um, the
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if
1.2.
that white cherry was good and that's flour.
I'll go over mine
Yeah.
while she's still mixing.
Like glutens.
I'm done.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, I just gotta put the cap on and shake it. You ready for me?
Yep.
I. All right. So the first one I did here is an ultimate coconut milkshake. I did French vanilla thick wonder flavor at 1, milkshake cap at 2.5, pineapple from Noms at 1, super sweet perulum at 1, sweet coconut flavor at 1, Thai pineapple SSA at 1.5, toasted coconut cheesecake perulum at 3, ultimate coconut milk flavor jungle rather at 1.5, vanilla bean ice cream flavor west at 3, and vanilla gelato Italian at 2.5 from Wonder Flavor. I changed my mind at the last second, threw pineapple in there and did a pina colada instead of just coconut, and I didn't bother changing the name because I'm lazy. And I didn't want it malty, so I didn't add the mulberry in this one. But there's your picture. And then if you like pina coladas, which I found a Shaggy and DJ Cassidy version that's not actually too terrible, so give that a listen. It's not bad.
I didn't even know
And
they did a
then-
version.
Too terrible. That's a ringing endorsement.
No, it's
Not
it's
too
good.
terrible. It's not too terrible.
It's
Yeah.
good. I've only listened to it once, and I haven't listened to the whole thing, but it's
It
got
doesn't
like
quite make your ears bleed. Just kind of makes them feel like
it's
them.
Shaggy. It's good. It's got like the video has like this Weekend at Bernie's vibes. It's
Oh,
pretty
that's cool.
interesting.
I would probably check it out just for that.
And then I did Utter Delight, ice cream dark chocolate wonder flavor at 1.5, milky caramel fudge SSA at 1.5, super sweet perulum 1, vanilla bean ice cream flavor west at 3, vanilla gelato Italian wonder flavor at 2.5, wild raspberry cap at 2, and wild raspberry medicine flower and 1/2, because I haven't tried it yet, which is why I made this recipe, so I could try that. So it's just going to be like a chocolate raspberry ice cream. And I put I Love Rocky Road by Weird Al because I just love that song too. So, yeah.
Nice.
Weird Al makes everything better.
Does. All right, so I'll go over one of my older ones first. The pineapple upside down cake, one I made for mixing it up, turned out really good.
Yeah. You
Brown
know, the
sugar
one that I didn't
VSO
get to
0.5. You can use TPA instead if you don't have it. Golden pineapple at 4, sugarloaf VTA at 2, and the part of the reason I brought this up is because Steve will talk about it in a second. Super sweet cap at 0.5 and yellow cake from Flavor Jungle at 1.5. That yellow cake from Flavor Jungle is the cake you need there because that oily note adds to that whole glaze effect. But yeah, these two pineapples together are not super acidic. They're more like juice, like a juicy kind of. With the brown sugar, it kind of gives it a glazed, juicy flavor. Which this turned out one of my ADVs. So it's just really good for that. But yeah, those two pineapples are just so sweet and like juicy, not really acidic. They don't have that bite to them like the others, which is why they work in that one because you don't want that bite in something that's supposed to be cooked. Kind of takes away. And then I made a couple for today. Ultimate Blue Raz Cream. New episode. Cream Flavora at 0.75. Sour Blue Raspberry Candy, Wonder Flavors at 4. Super Sweet and Cap at 0.5. And then the U is the Ultimate Blue Raspberry Flavor Jungle at 4. And Whipped Cream SSA at 1. Technically, I wanted to go for the whipped cream, but that wasn't quite enough, so I added a little Flavora cream just to give it a more generic cream like flavor to go with the Sour Blue Raz and the Ultimate. Sour Blue Raz doesn't come up through as super sour. It's not super sour, so missing ingredients. Yes. Oh, because I don't have that in there yet. It's like I I'm not missing
Liar.
anything. It lied. Fix that before I even go farther because it's driving me crazy. Yeah, it was the ultimate blooper. As saying I'm doing. There, now I can make it. And then the one I looked up, I was just looking up dessert recipes that start with a U. And although it's weirdly like Halloween themed more than anything, utterly deadly Southern pecan pie. I made a maple version, but yes, this is a real recipe. Look it up. Utterly deadly Southern pecan pie.
I saw it.
Yeah, it looked really good. So I did butter pecan flavor west at 4, of course. A little bit of maple syrup candy in there, Wonder Flavors at 1, just to give it a little bit of an added twisted element. That we got the pie crust TPA at 0.75 just to add a little bit to the sugar pie. Give it a little more crust to the sugar pie, which I put in there too at 2%, because I think that sugar pie with the butter pecan really works nice. And then super sweet pearl at 0.5. It's a fairly simple recipe, but yeah, definitely very good. The sugar pie for me just begs for like butter pecan. It just
It
begs
does.
for it. And I add a little bit of that maple syrup candy. And I purposely went maple syrup candy instead of going noms because I wanted that little bit of a sugary candied element, which that does have, to add to that sugar
What
pie.
noms?
If you finish the noms,
Tim? That's
What?
SSA. That's not noms.
it's SSA.
And
Maple
no, I did
sugar?
not, but it is still sitting on my desk.
Yeah, I just have to have butter.
Okay.
Utterly deadly Southern pecan pie. I saw that and said, it's Halloween coming up. But yeah, I gotta grab
It is too. All the Halloween stuff is out in stores now.
It's already selling out. What are you kidding? I already got my mask. I'm ready for the Halloween episode.
I have my costume already.
You made
Oh,
me buy her
sheesh.
stuff. I mean, we don't get excited over.
I didn't make you buy me stuff. I was gonna wait until a little closer so that Halloween stuff was like really out at the tree, but you were impatient to get it. So we might end up having to pick up different stuff, but that's okay.
I'm not super excited about Halloween just because it's getting more and more difficult for me to get around with my legs.
How is your foot doing?
My foot's okay. I'm pretty sure my toe is broken, but there's nothing you can do except for tape it to the toe
Tape it
next
to
to
the
it.
other toe.
But yeah, uh, minus the initial like disaster and difficult cleanup from the incident, like I think I came out pretty okay.
How about you, Steven? How are things going there? How are things down in Texas land?
Pretty same. Saturday I got the boat gutted and rebuilt all the plumbing for the live wells and the bilge pumps and all that shit. Had to
Finish
pull
it all in
the
one day?
Yeah, I had to. So Friday I came home from work and I went straight over to because I keep the boat at a storage, right? So I had to go get it, bring it here, put it in the front yard, so I'd be able to work on it on the weekend because I'm not going to try to travel back and forth with tools. Because I would never remember everything, I'd get all the way there and forget one fucking thing and have to pull my back. So I just went and got the boat, brought it here, started taking like the deck lids and shit apart because I got a 20-gallon gas tank in there and I have to get out to access the pumps that are underneath it. So Saturday I got up before the sun come up and was out there and I worked all day long. It barely got it done by the time it was dark and then took the boat back, put it back up. Other than that, man, nothing really.
The boat's all ready for next year?
Yeah. Shit, I'm waiting for fall so I can go fishing when it cools off.
Right?
Hey, Slater.
Hey,
It's later.
All 3 of these are really good. Okay.
yeah, I thought maybe I would think of something during the show. Something else. Doesn't someone make an ube?
Yeah, so many. I almost want ube, but it's like hard to get it to work just right, and I didn't want to fight with it.
Because here's why I asked that, and I was wondering if that would be a good flavor for something like this. I have a friend of mine who, and I think this is a great idea for a recipe. Have you ever had potato candy?
Nope.
I have trying to
Yeah,
make that into a e-liquid. Oh,
yeah.
that's gonna be
Well, yeah,
fun.
because of starch, right? There's not too many
Well, that ube actually is
flavorings.
really good starchy. That's a good
Right.
starch.
Well, exactly. I thought that maybe the ube would be at least something good to attempt it. So basically, what it is potato candy, and it's filled with peanut butter, and it's like I don't know what they do to the potato, but it's like basically like a peanut butter like in a potato roll kind of on the outside, and then they slice it, you know, and it's just a really nice like
Peanut butter
candied
potato
peanut butter
roll.
on the inside. Yeah, it's different. It's good, but it's different. And um just something unique and different. Like, when a friend comes to you and asks you, is something like this possible? It just makes you think, is it? Like it's definitely a challenge, and I'm up for a challenge, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't guarantee that I'd be able to pull it off. But that was
And
on
it's
my
probably not a
mind.
one. It's probably not a one and done either. Probably something's gonna
No,
take a few attempts.
it's
Hey,
probably
Kim.
more of a white whale.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, like
um,
Rocky. Rocky and I
Sounds
are
like an
both
episode, man.
still one of our white whales is still that to get that eggnog just right.
So to put it in a way you can picture it better, Tim, remember that baking competition show, the last one I watched with the dude from American Pie?
Yeah.
That white like lollipop looking thing that you said looked
Oh, that's
really,
right.
really good.
Yes, and you
That
said
was
it didn't taste
potato
like potato.
candy.
That's
It
right.
was just done in a different format and with apple instead of peanut butter. But you said it looked
yeah,
really good, but that's what
Well,
that
yeah,
is.
because they said it couldn't even taste potato in it.
No.
Couldn't even tell. They would never have guessed that potato in it.
I mean,
no,
I've had potato candy. You can't tell it's potato. It's sweetened and
The ube
seasoned.
is a really good starch flavor. That's what I would use it. Starchy
yeah,
flavor. Where Rocky uses quite often uses that starch base. I would say that ube in most like a replacement for that.
okay, yeah. Yeah, it was just on my mind because you flavors.
Couldn't
There's
Yep.
not
Swaggy
many.
making that
There's
big
not
There aren't
many
many
of them, and
ultimates in ube. I think that's about it, isn't it?
yeah, really,
Does
I
Swaggy
think
have a
that's
star?
about it.
No.
almost like divinity.
I mean, he has a purple potato. I can't remember what it's called,
That's
but he
ube.
doesn't have a star. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
his is ube too. But he doesn't have like a straight up starch.
Ube is really good, but just
It
like
weirds me out though because it's purple.
yeah, that's just
Like the concentrate is actually purple
oh
because it's
really?
naturally extracted, so it's got the color to it.
Yeah.
actually purple.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's not showing up. It's too bright.
It's looking red there. It's actually quite purple. Light's too bright.
Yeah, but your purple hat looks blue too, so
True. And I'm all foggy again.
all
Hmm.
right.
Now,
So
you episode we knew was going to be a little bit of a, but you figure ST, those have plenty. There's hundreds of them. And then even V. You think V? At first I thought V was going to be a bad one. It's like, wait a minute, you got all the vanillas, vanilla
you got
everything.
vanillas, you've got
The
violet,
vermouth,
you've
you
got
got
vermouth.
Vienna creams, you have Vimto, you have Virginia tobacco. There's a lot of
Oh my
V.
God. I don't know why when I was thinking, oh, what are we gonna do for V's? There's like violet and vermouth. I
Okay,
didn't even think vanilla, and I
for
don't know why.
what I have that actually starts with you, I had Ube, all the ultimates, and Up, which is good coffee from that. Not bad. The low wattage
It's
coffee
already
is
on
good.
you.
But Up is pretty much good by itself as is. It could be a one shot. So it's just our coffee.
All right.
Wrap type thing.
So I'm assuming that like the blueberry, that wild raspberry takes a good, 5 to 7 days to kind of settle in. And all right, off the knuckle, this is super fucking raspberry in your face, but it's really, really good. You can tell that that dark chocolate ice cream is gonna come up and just blend wicked nicely with that. I can't wait until that one steeps out so I can try it properly.
Yeah, it grows. It grows, and that's why I like to use it like in like that donut base that I've been using. Because I like to use the crispy or the crisp donut or whatever from
Crispy.
Lavora, crispy donut, with powdered and glazed from Wonder Flavors. And as that develops, uh, the oily note from the crispy donut does tone down, but it grows like into one cohesive kind of donut base, and it starts to eat into other raspberries, and the wild raspberry medicine flower continues to grow, so it helps keeping that raspberry punching through the donut base.
And then the dark chocolate ice cream Wonder Flavor and the vanilla bean ice cream take a few days to come forward a little bit more too. So
Yeah,
We only got 3 more weeks, by the way, of alphabet.
yeah.
Because like we said, we do X, Y, Z together because there's not a lot of X. There's one X. There's a few Y's and 2 Z's. So it's like, yeah, we'll do X, Y, Z together. So basically, we got
I'm taking that week
V,
off.
W, V, and W because there's plenty of V's, there's plenty of W's, and X, Y,
Right.
Z.
I can't believe we're already to you. That's good.
Dude,
Oh, I
I'm
said it
gonna
was
have to
just 2
do a
years.
watermelon for W and call it watermelon crawl.
I will say it was a fantastic idea, the alphabet.
Bobby.
It spawned a lot of creativity for me, especially earlier on. But I'm kind of getting worn out on it. At this,
Agreed. It started off as a really fun, and
Yeah.
as we got about halfway through, it's like, okay, I'm kind of ready to do some other stuff. That's why we threw some other episodes in on Tuesdays
Yeah.
instead of just doing straight through.
I was kind of over it from the get-go. There were a couple of letters that I was like, yeah, I can do so much with this letter, but there's a lot of letters that I'm like, what the hell am I
Yeah.
gonna do? I don't.
Some letters there was so much stuff it was overwhelming. But
Yeah, there's some that could have done like 12 episodes on.
Yes, there you go, Rocky. Extra milk
Extra
and
milk and
honey.
You know what? For X, I have one
yeah.
flavor: Xmas pudding from VTA. That's all I have for X.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't say extreme milk and toonie because that actually does start with an X.
It does.
Yeah.
Why is that not showing up with? It should be starting. Why is that not showing up in my X's? I didn't mention it. It should be showing.
Should I?
Weird.
And that flavor was created specifically for Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
Is it?
Oh, maybe he took it off ELR because he's having trouble with the milk. And maybe he took it off his menu. It's
What?
possible.
Okay, honey.
Yeah. Because remember,
I don't know.
he's had trouble getting
That
himself
was driving me.
milk.
I know. Finally get that milk you're looking for, and then it's like, well, I can't get the ingredients in.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Evo, you okay?
yeah. Matt Bennett's making resin squonks again.
Oh, okay. The way you sounded, I thought something was bad happening.
No, that was a good shock. Oh my god.
Yeah, the flavors that Swaggy uses to make his milk came from one of the factories in the Ukraine that got blown up, and now he's having trouble sourcing ingredients for it, Rocky. And unfortunately, without milk, milk and Tootie's a little bit more difficult.
Yep.
They're gonna be more.
You wonder why I
than-
haven't used the milk in a while. That's one of the reasons why. It's because I don't use it all up. Yeah, why is gonna be easy. Yakima hops, yam. Yam, yes, everybody needs yam. Yellow
I haven't.
cakes, yellow peach, yes, sweet cheesecake, yogurts, gumberry.
Yeah,
easy.
gumberry.
So basically,
Yuzu.
XYZ is going to be a bunch of Y.
Wise. Yep. Z, I
Like,
got Zapola and
why
zesty
are we
lemon.
doing this?
I do like the zesty
Yeah.
lemon from Cap though.
Yeah.
Why are
there
we
you
doing
go,
this?
Kerplop. Perfect.
I will say it's not just the alphabet like theme in itself. I think like the past couple months, like simultaneously, the past couple months have been a lot less consistent for me being able to like come on the stream or hop in late or got other things going on. So trying to participate in chat instead. Yeah, other things going on, and it's like less time to be able to sit and think creatively about flavors and recipes. I think that plays a part too. But for
Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Hey,
for
CJ.
the sake of having something to share, I've got something.
Oh, you got
and
purple too?
Mm-hmm.
But mine has the rabbit. Nee, 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 nee.
and we've seen it. We've seen it before,
Green.
but
Still haven't
because
switched off the green. I like the green.
because this was Tim's birthday recipe, that marvelous birthday milkshake.
Holy crap.
It had a nice marble to it for real.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's got the ultimate cake batter in it. The chocolate Deutsch Flavora at 1.5, chocolate frosting, Wonder Flavors at 1.5, French vanilla thick, 1% milkshake cap at 2.5, milkshake Mollenberry at 1/2, Simply Cake Perillum at 2, super sweet cap at 0.65, the ultimate cake batter at 2%, and vanilla bean ice cream Flavor West at 3. Basically, I tried to add like a marble cake to my milkshake base, but I swapped out the ice cream that I normally use for Tim's favorite. But I wanted to go. I didn't want it to be like to turn out like super bakery. So cake, ultimate cake batter, like a cake batter, made the most sense to me. I wanted to boost the cake note, and so I added the Simply Cake. But like, I really think it's the ultimate cake batter that was the anchor of the actual vanilla cake aspect, or the cake in general, that blended so well with the milkshake to keep it more of a thick and rich milkshake rather than more cakey. These two chocolates work beautifully for the chocolate marble too, but I really think I'll like, I don't think anything else in this recipe would have worked the same other than the ultimate cake batter. And I I'm looking at it now, and I think I actually want to mix a bottle of it because I remember it being so spot on.
Hmm.
And it's probably the best way I've utilized the ultimate cake batter so far. And it's one of those flavors that people are kind of, some love it, some don't like it. It's a long steeper.
So if you put ultimate cake batter and yellow cake together, is it good? Maybe.
I don't see why not.
Do you?
You distracted me, Tim. You made me.
The separation in that was way better than I expected. That milkshake, like you really got a marbled like separation. It worked.
Yeah. And that chocolate doish is
Wonder if I have any-
it's technically like a chocolate cake. But I think it was the frosting. The frosting gave it the chocolate the most separation. Doesn't quite separate as much as chocolate chunks from what you talked about. I'm actually gonna find out soon because I just came today. Chocolate chunks, finally got it.
Finally got it. You gotta try that. It doesn't work in everything. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you put it in thinking, oh, this is gonna work great, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, it didn't work in that one, and it's just it reacts to some flavors.
I also got the brown sugar cookie, and
For me, it's just a better sugar cookie.
basically it's a handful of flavors that you love. The
Sounds like it.
The Nom's treats, Devon cream, and what's the other one? Clotted
Devon
cream
cream,
fudge.
clotted cream
Clotted
fudge.
cream
Yep.
fudge. Yep.
And those are because of Bram. Reality.
Yeah,
He
I
talked me into
needed
those.
I needed to restock desperately on both Flavora and Flavor Art apricot. So I got a bunch of those and I added those to my cart. So I was like, I'm not leaving Noms without these again.
DJ's got a point there. Like it's almost like that chocolate chunks. Sometimes adding other cakes to a yellow cake does mute it. Other times, it kind of magically changes it the way you want it to. It's trial and error. Fortunately, there's no like. It is trial and error. There's no formula for it.
Yeah.
I don't either. Cake batter
it
does not
first-
have batter. If anything, it has a little bit of a burnt note to it. But I think that had helped with the marble separation in that mix there.
Yeah.
I think it helped the separation. That little bit of burnt note I normally get kind of gave it a defining line, which I think helped that.
So it's not like raw cake batter taste.
No, it does not taste like cake batter like I expected it.
Well, then never mind. It's off the list.
Well, you know, that kind of stinks when they name them something and they taste different. It's not like they're always bad, but if you're gonna go and build a recipe, you're gonna go for the name of the name of the flavor, right? That's what you're gonna start with, and then you go use it and it doesn't work right, and then you forget when it comes time that you might need to use it. Like, oh, I didn't even think about using that flavor because it's not named right.
Overloads of vanilla.
Wish there was a way to.
I think that's
Like you'd almost need a master list, a rename master list of what things actually are with that.
Yeah. There's an idea.
There you go. We got to get a hold of.
Just put it on your
Gotta
website.
yeah. That'll only take about 17,000 years to try and do. Yeah. Make a master list of every flavor and what it actually tastes like versus what it's supposed to taste like.
CJ, I think that's a good point. And that's actually something I mentioned in the notes of that recipe is a discussion that me and Tim have had in the past about an overload of vanillin or just too many vanilla flavors. Like that's why I wanted to do a marble cake and find a way to get some separation and use like chocolates to do that because I think everybody at least at some point has experienced that overload of vanilla. It's just like it's like you want to like it, but there's just something off about it because there's just so much vanilla.
There's vanilla in a lot of flavorings too. People forget
Yeah.
about it, and then they go to add a vanilla. Oh, I got to add vanilla to that. It's like you already have like 3 vanillas in there. They're just not straight up vanilla. They're vanilla this, vanilla that. Different cookies have vanilla slight levels of vanilla in them. Different cakes have a certain amount of vanilla in them. Frostings have, you add that all together, and by the time you're done, you got overload of vanilla in your recipe, and that's what it tastes like.
I got that from Wendy's milkshake base.
Yes, that one there got to me quick. I could only vape
Yeah.
it for so long.
Yeah. It wears down your palate. Even if it's enjoyable, it wears down my
Mix
palate.
it 2%. Wears down your palate even faster.
Yeah.
2% super sweet.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was so brutal. That, oh, I am not used to that much super sweet. I think that's the highest I've ever mixed super sweet for DIY was with her. The highest I
2%.
ever pushed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it calls for. Yeah. My teeth were rattling. Yeah.
Yeah.
My teeth were rattling.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it did taste
Oh,
like
it was
actual
delicious.
milkshake. But man, vanilla overload and sweetness overload combined. I can only vape vanilla, straight up vanilla for so long anyway. I get bored with it. All those flavors, it bores my palate.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
get
that candy cane. I got bored with it quick.
Yes. Yeah, same thing happened when I made it for
Amazing at
Cassie.
first, and then I was like halfway through the bottle, I was like, enough.
Yeah. Yep. That's what happened when I made that candy cane for Cassie. It was really good. And then I was just vaping and I'm over it.
Yeah.
Mm.
That one there, she was sensitive to that flavor, so it made her cough. So she
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it started fucking my throat up.
Oh, what did I do here?
So I had that experience with Flavora creme de menthe.
yes.
Used low in a recipe that Dan made. It was like supposed to be like a thin mint cookie, and the creme de menthe was in there low, at I think like 0.25%, and he wanted me to try it, but like raising it a little bit, and raising it just kind of ruined it for me because it brought out that toothpaste note, and then I couldn't go back to vaping the original version because I couldn't ignore that like toothpastey note anymore that I got from it when it was
Yeah,
high.
that toothpaste, for me grows.
Yeah,
Like the more I vape it, the more I taste the toothpaste.
yeah.
That's where I like the Flavor West much better. The Flavor West does not do
Mm.
that to me.
Oh,
But
I
Rocky, I
tend to
agree. I
not.
agree with Rocky. Stacking vanilla usually makes them clash. Plus, they don't always play well together once you start stacking them. Not all vanillas are equal. There are a lot of different vanilla flavors out there, different types. Sometimes they just don't like each other. Hey, Tabitha.
See, she didn't put it this time, but I remembered that was her in the last chat. So
Mm-hmm. PPP. Okay.
I remembered some important, vital detail. I'm proud of myself right now.
And it's only Tuesday.
Tuesday's my
favorite day of the week.
week. Jinx. Okay. These ones have like absolutely nothing to do with the show, but I have a couple of things I want to go over here. So
do it up.
I'm gonna steal it. All right. So for the single source, a couple weeks ago, I made this boysenberry sundae because somebody suggested somebody come up with a good boysenberry ice cream or boysenberry for Grim. And somebody was like, "Ooh, a boysenberry ripple." So I'm like, "Shit, that sounds good. I'm gonna go for it." Um, so I did a boysenberry sundae with beer nuts flavora at 1/4, boysenberry flavora at 2.5, boysenberry raspberry for wonder flavor at 1.25, clotted cream SSA at 1.5, honey roasted peanut from wonder flavor at 1/2. I did that to kind of go with the beer nuts and round out like a nut flavor for like the nuts on top of a sundae. Then I did the ice cream vanilla SSA at 2, Irish cream flavora at 0.8, super sweet Purilum at 1, vanilla bean ice cream flavor west at 3, vanilla gelato Italian wonder flavor at 2.5, and whipped cream TPA at 2. And that was the picture for that. I have been vaping this on my Dreamer Clutch in Lagoon, and let me tell you, it's freaking phenomenal. I think I got that on the first shot, which I'm really, really surprised. I thought I was gonna have to work on that. I haven't tried the shake yet though, because I've been sick, so I haven't been vaping very much. I'll do this one next. We were watching the AUVS show with Legion and Birdman a few weeks ago, and somebody asked about a blueberry pie. So I threw one together real quick, and it turned out pretty good. Biscuit shortbread from Nom's at 1.5, blueberry flavor west at 3, blueberry from Nom's at 2, blueberry jam wonder flavor at 2, butter raw VSO at 1, pie crust one-on-one at 2, and super sweet pearlum at 1. Which, not bad for a quick little 5-second throw together, but. And then in the last show that we made it for Benny, somebody was asking about a blueberry crumble liquid that they really love and want to try to get a recipe for it. This isn't the original recipe I did. I have made some changes to it, and I still have to mix it up and try it. But biscuit shortbread from Nom's at 1.5, blueberry flavor west at 3, blueberry jam wonder flavor at 2, caramel cinnamon roll from Flavor West at 4, cinnamon Danish swirl from Cap at 3, cream cheese icing LA at 1.5, crumbly cookie SSA at 1.5, deep fried pastry dough wonder flavor at 1/4, and super sweet pearlum at 1. So I still have to mix that one up because I just made the changes to it. But
Yeah, you had me all excited until it got to being crumbly cookie SSA, and I was like, that's not the cookie crumble. I just don't have the SSA.
yeah, so the recipe, the way they described it, it's a blueberry crumble, but it's got
Yeah.
like a cinnamon note, and it's like almost tastes like a cinnamon roll to them, and with a little icing. So
Kind of almost like an apple crisp, but blueberry crumble again.
Oh, speaking of
oh my
crisp,
god, I took
Yeah.
those peaches he brought home Saturday, and then I took a can of peaches and some pears, and I made a peach pear crumble, and it is freaking delicious.
peach pear crisp.
Chris crumble, same fucking difference. Really, seriously.
I mean, pretty much.
It turned out really fresh peaches right from the tree.
It's funny that you mentioned the boysenberry thing. Have you noticed any advertisement for Licious releasing a new flavor profile?
No.
It's a boysenberry scone.
Is yeah.
Kinda
Boysenberry's
makes
the new Boys in the Hood now.
Yeah.
Vanilla Tahiti FA is good, Rocky. It's good. But the vanillas don't always play. There's such a variety of vanilla that there's a sharp vanillas, there's a sweet vanillas, and there's the ones that are kind of syrupy almost. And such a variety of vanillas. They don't all go together all the time.
This is
Sometimes they work well together. Sometimes those contrasting flavors mesh, and sometimes they
he's
clash.
back. How was your
He's
golden
back.
shower?
How was your golden
Oh,
shower,
shit.
buddy?
Good.
Ew.
Best golden shower you've had in a long time?
Yeah. It was unusual.
It was unusual.
I would say so.
It was unusual because it came from above this time.
That's right.
Ew.
What's going on?
Not much.
Not much.
Kind of going over vanillas.
Yeah.
Rocky's mentioned a few things about it, about vanillas stacking vanillas and how they don't all he doesn't usually add vanilla because there's enough in the recipes, which I find to be true too. But occasionally you need that extra vanilla, and vanilla fatigues your palate, all kinds of things.
Yeah,
And then
it seems like we're kind of getting a jump start on the V episode.
it does actually. You know what? That's tough because you look at it, and you see vanillas, and you think vanilla overload. You know, like not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual flavor, but like overloading vanilla. When you do that, it'll just fatigue your palate.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how Bill does it. Dolphin
love
Bill.
vanilla.
I don't know how he does it because his vanilla like something is just so vanilla it would like kill my taste buds. Kill 'em.
But he
Murder.
loves it.
Yeah.
It would murder my
Um,
taste buds.
Yes, yes, Rocky. So, was it a milk and honey golden shower, Paul? Because apparently, milk and honey showers are the best.
It was milk and
Oh,
honey.
or a blast.
It was milk and honey with whipped cream.
I
Ah.
thought
That's
I thought you just filled the tub with it, Rocky. And
it.
I almost spewed coffee out my nose. Oh, come on.
Well, he's got one of those recirculating pumps that does the shower over top. You know.
yeah.
That-
That way, there he gets full coverage. Rocky walks out looking like what is it? The tar monster from freaking Scooby Doo. Just walks out and just leaves a trail behind him of footprints, milk and honey footprints.
So here's a bit of a just we can go back to vanillas if you want, but I had to ask the question while we were here tonight because I actually go over CJ's recipe first.
All right.
He just dropped one.
Mm,
Okay, so we got Golden Shower by CJ.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
God.
go.
Honeycomb
awesome.
VTA
Perfect.
at 1.25. Milk and Honey Flavoro at 2.75. So yeah, this is a proper Golden Shower for Rocky as well. RY4 Double Flavor Jungle at 4. Super Sweet Cap at 0.6. Ultimate Brown Sugar Flavor Jungle at 0.5. You know what? Other than the name, this looks really, really good because
See,
those all look
I
good
just-
together.
He said it's fitting.
Yeah, I just had a
Vaporable
feeling.
juice. Golden
Yeah.
cookies, golden pies, golden custards, golden waffles. Golden shower. Okay.
Golden pineapple.
Is that what it looked like there, Paul? Is that what it looked like?
Yeah.
Where's the whipped cream? Oh, there's a little something on that.
It almost looks like a bunch of
See-
acorn
DJ, that actually looks really good.
until you zoom in.
Of course, you zoomed in.
All right, so I did put a poll in chat. Let's see what we got out of it. Poll: do you add cream to your cheesecake base? Sometimes seems to be the number one answer, which I agree. That's actually where I'm at with it. Is I actually would say sometimes for me, and then yes would be very very few no. It's like people don't add something. But I asked that question because, think about it. It actually should thin your cheesecake. But at the same time, I find that it kind of adds, you can add whatever type of cream you want. You want to add a little thickness, you can do that. You want to add a little bit of sweetness, you can do that. If you actually want to tone down the sweetness, you can do that with adding a cream to your cheesecake.
Yeah. CJ had brought this up in the chat on my show a couple weeks ago about adding a sweet cream.
Like a Vienna.
Well,
Right.
we
Or sweet cream.
specifically mentioned, I think it was Capella sweet cream. TFA, I believe, fits in the category as well. It's a little cheesier, but and how it's slept on. It's pretty slept on as a cream these days. It just kind of made me think of that. That could work good in a cheesecake. Yeah, it was something he recommended
A
to
sweet
me.
cream Flavora would work too, but sweet cream Flavora is actually the least sweet of the cream.
Yeah. I ended up using. I don't know. Do we count yogurt as a cream?
I don't know.
Technically, a yogurt's a yogurt. Same with the pudding's a pudding.
Mm-hmm.
But is it a cream?
Not really, technically. Well, kind of tough because it is. It's kind of like it's a curdled cream.
Yeah.
It is a curdled cream. That's actually what it really is. Yeah, I was gonna say that I like vanilla pudding. I like vanilla pudding a lot. As an addition,
Yeah, I
well,
saw that. But I mean,
but
I mean, a pudding can be a cream, but a cream cannot be a pudding.
oh, I just
unless
asked
it
that
unless it is a
because
pudding, and then it's a cream and a pudding.
I was working on that gingerbread cheesecake, and um I don't I don't remember what I'd have to pull it up. Three different like cheesecakes in it, gingerbread cap, and then what else was in there? Cap's graham cracker. And it was good, but it was just like it was missing like that little extra something. I ended up adding just like 1% of Flavor West yogurt. And I know that comes up uh as a suggestion to add in cheesecakes um often, but it's not something that I've typically done. I've done sweet yogurt SSA before, but I added the Flavor West just that one time. There's just something about it that not only like filled in like what I felt like it was missing mouthfeel wise and just like overall like satisfaction of the vape, but it like there was that bit of the tartness there created such a
Yeah.
nice contrast with the gingerbread. It helped it stand out, and I don't know, just
Let me
worlds
clarify
better,
that question, by the way. It's not
worlds
like your
better.
flavor is gonna be horrible in that situation, like, but can you forgive a little bit of flavor or a really good mouthfeel, or do you rather have really good flavor and mouthfeel is just secondary? That's kind of the question. I
Uh,
mean, we're not talking. It's like, oh, the mouth feels great, but it tastes like shit. No, not that bad. Like it's just a little off, but the mouth feels. Which is more important to you? I'm curious on that because it does make a difference on how you mix. Because you can mix and make mouth feel great, but it might be a little bit off on flavor, or you can get the flavor early on, but the mouthfeel feels like usually too thin. 9 chances out of 10, it's too thin.
yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
And that specifically was brought up because I was thinking about when we're talking about Rocky the eggnog flavor. That's a real challenge because you need that like gooey, sticky mouthfeel of an eggnog, but at the same time, you gotta get the flavor right. So there's that balance. Tough one. I find it's one of the worst ones there is.
Yeah, that's what yogurt does. What sweet creams can do also.
Creamy cheesecake. Rocky Tooney. Cheesecake, graham crust, TPA at 1. A lot of cream, SSA at 1. Wow, I've never seen that before. Fun. Greek yogurt flavor at 0.5. New York cheesecake and cap at 2. Super sweet and cap at 0.5. And yes, sweet cheesecake and aware at 3. You know that yes, sweet cheesecake and aware is a good example of that it's not really got the like mouthfeel flavor though.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel's a little lacking, but the flavor is excellent. It's delicious flavor, classic New York style, lush and creamy. And part of that is coming from that little added addition to the Greek yogurt. It's actually adding to that like classic cake flavor.
Do we even have, at the end of the day, do we even have
That's a
flavors?
good point, Fiddy.
Yeah. Do we even have flavors that can give us this mouth feel? We've got like
We do.
a couple.
We do. We do, but I think of that's why I use French vanilla thick a lot. That gives you that nice thick coating mouthfeel. So does was it vanilla cream extra? And a
Yeah.
few of the others. But they will I mean, but a lot of times that can take away from like some flavors, some more delicate flavors that can take away from it when you add that thickness to it. It takes away from the delicate flavors. You don't get all those really subtle nuances you get out of those delicate flavors because you gotta balance it.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, which one do you choose? But if he's right, it does depend on the profile. But the generic question is put in there because in general, where do you stand? Which one's more important? Can you deal with a little bit of off flavor for a really good, like, thick mouthfeel if that's what you're looking for, thin, whatever? Or would you rather have the really good flavor and deal with the fact that the mouthfeel might be completely off? Completely different styles of mixings. 101 marshmallow vanilla, good point. Flop, yep, exactly. A little, I like to add a little bit of white chocolate, or white chocolate things to kind of thicken them up sometimes. Thicken up the creams.
City.
Almost chewable, exactly. So we do have them, but it's not like everywhere. We got some cakes that are more so than others. Cakes definitely feel a little thicker, almost like you could actually, you're biting into a cake, versus others that are just a wisp of the flavor's dead on, but it's like no mouthfeel. Asking these questions for a purpose for future episodes. Obviously, I got some wheels turning.
Yeah.
To be
Well, make me a
honest,
banana cake.
I've not been paying attention.
I'm unsure. There's been
Steven,
a lot of times that I've been really, really happy with the flavor of something, but the mouthfeel is just lacking, and you know,
it's like Steven likes to work with banana creams a lot. That's a tough one to balance between flavor and mouthfeel. I mean, if it's too thin, it just tastes, it feels weird, but yet the flavor can be spot on. And then if you make it nice and thick, sometimes it takes a banana flavor away or makes it runty because you had to push the banana too much to push through it.
Yeah, and
That's
then
a
when you
good
try
point,
to add other
Rocky.
things like a cake or a cheesecake or something to the banana, like you go to substance, it's like it just robs all the
Right.
banana out of it.
I think
Does a good cookie flavor have actual crunch?
I really wish it did. The best you get is like a crispy edge-ish flavor. Not a true crunchy cookie. No.
I think what's important to point out is that the question is what's more important to you. Because you could have more of an emphasis on the flavor and still have at least a minimal to
Oh
medium
no, you did
mouthfeel.
not.
Oh no, Kerplop. I'm sorry, that sucks.
Oh
Typically,
no.
CJ, I'm sorry. Typically, CJ, yeah, I'd say it's easier to get the profile flavor down, then work on the mouthfeel. And sometimes you can pull off the mouthfeel. Sometimes you just have to give up on the mouthfeel, unless that's what you're shooting for, because it dialed on. It'll make your flavors off. Just that's what I'm saying. In the end, which is going to be more important to your palate?
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer flavor because I can always work on getting the
That's-
mouthfeel, but as long as I can have the mouthfeel for days, but if the flavor's off, I'm not gonna vape it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Kinda where
talking
I was
way off.
going
I mean
to.
like slightly off. Like maybe it might not be perfect flavor, but you get the mouthfeel. Or would you rather
I'd
go for the
rather have
flavor
the
in your?
perfect flavor and have that mouthfeel be off. I
I have
really
a
don't
feeling
care
that's the
about
way we're going to
mouthfeel,
go
to be
here. It's
honest
going to be
with
mostly
you.
flavor.
I vape
But
for the flavor. I don't vape for the mouthfeel.
but the eggnog's one. Cheesecakes are another. You can get a really good mouthfeel from cheesecake flavors. You can, but sometimes you sacrifice the flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it where you feel like it's thick, like it's
You're almost biting into a cheesecake, yeah. But then your
like
flavor is usually not quite as like ADV.
yeah, you can make a thin cheesecake, or you can make one with more in it, and it feels like it's the real McCoy.
You dork.
Think, McFly, think.
And if you want to fix everything, you just take a golden shower at Paul's house.
Then
That's how you end up in the
Make your hair
wall.
grow back.
That's how you end up in the wall. Is that how he marks you? He marks you
Yeah.
like a dog marking a scent. Yeah.
Paul
Alright.
Wall.
So I just
Alright.
tried this boysenberry shake that I made. It's good, but I don't feel it has enough boysenberry, so I'm gonna add that boysenberry preserve you have from Froome to bump up the boysenberry.
Thought she was gonna. I was waiting for her to say, but it's lacking mouthfeel. No.
But Rocky has the
it's
point. That's
mouthfeel
that's
great.
that's
It feels
what
like a
Yeah.
nice thick shake. It just is lacking a little bit in the boysenberry department.
Yeah.
cheesecakes is part of the reason why I went there, but mainly Rocky, that is why the hood eggnog mouthfeel is the way. I agree. That's the thing that's missing most. Getting that mouthfeel is important for that one for me. That's why I agree with what Fiddy said. It depends on the mix for me too.
Talking
But
about
if I
eggnog.
had to choose, I'd probably choose flavor over mouth.
Oh, hey, not to interrupt, but now that she's here, I want to wish Mallory Gates a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yep,
Happy
happy
as
birthday,
well
Mallory.
as my
Happy
baby
birthday.
brother Riley.
Yep.
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Riley.
Happy birthday, Mallory.
Happy birthday.
I'm 10 years stinky free today because I
Under-
quit for my brother's 18th birthday.
Well, we were, Paul. We were
Maybe 2
talking about
years.
vaping.
Shit. What the fuck just happened? Sorry.
See, Mallory, I was saying in the wall because I think it's less effort, and I don't see Paul putting in the work to put you actually all the way under the floor.
I think she was talking about her dungeon there though, Steve-O.
Oh yeah, she's always talking about her red room.
Red rum? Red rum?
The whips and chains and the ripping and the tearing.
That's just your typical Saturday night at Paul's house.
That feels cool.
Uh,
Can't believe my kid is 28 today.
I'm not surprised. I kind of figured it would go flavor side, but
Riley.
you
my
never
brother,
really know unless you ask the question.
He's 28.
Some people getting that mouth,
Oh.
like Rocky was saying for that recipe, if your white whale is something that the white mouthfeel is what you're looking for, maybe flavor isn't quite as important as the mouthfeel at that point. I mean, obviously you want to balance it both, but if you have to choose a lesser of one side.
I mean, luckily, I let this, steep long enough that I only tried it the once, so I can just add the preserve to it. And then we'll see how the mouthfeel is with the preserve. Hopefully,
Agreed,
it doesn't throw off the cream because the mouthful and cream is perfect there right now.
Well, think about a cheesecake. You can have a cheesecake that's you can get it so the flavor's spot on, but it tastes like thin and watery. Feels thin and watery. It's not going to give you that satisfaction.
Yeah.
So
I
I
like
agree with
the
Ryan. It is important.
No.
Thick.
No. Yeah.
Hey, V8. Could have had a V8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
V8.
Wow, I bet he's never heard that before, Tim.
Never, ever, ever.
Never at
I've never
all.
said
Not
it
even
for you,
from
but-
you, because I know you've
Yeah,
said it before.
Beauty of the Moon Kamara, Rocky Tooney. Got creme fraiche from FA at 1.5, eggnog Flavora at 1.5, sweetness Flavora at 0.3, vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn at 3.5, vanilla overload gremlin 1.5, and Vienna cream FA at 0.75. Delicious French vanilla cream I mixed up for Kamara. About to shake. Yep. See the. I still see that not quite hitting the spot for the what we're going for, Rocky, but it looks like it. I bet you the mouthfeel on that's pretty. That vanilla ice. That's one thing. I mean, I'm going to try this year is the new Noms ice cream because it's very similar in vibes to that Liquid Barn, but a little bit more on the eggy side. Thinking it might be a good addition. That's the only new flavor I can think of that would make a difference, other than just trying more combinations. Eggnog is a white whale. I'm with Rocky on that, and he's come the closest so far. So right now he has the crown.
We're gonna be talking about eggnog for the next 3.5
They ever picked
months.
a winner for
We are, because we're gonna try and nail it this year. Come on, Rocky, let's do this. We need
Hey,
to nail
Neil.
it because I'm sick of waiting for the perfect eggnog.
Awesome, Neil. Neil said he thinks he found his chocolate milkshake. He used ice cream dark chocolate from Wonder Flavor,
Hmm.
chocolate mousse SSA, and chocolate milk one-on-one with my milkshake base.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have the chocolate milk 101 though. Is that the one that you can't get
Wow.
anymore, right?
You can get chocolate milk 101.
Ken?
I thought so.
Oh, it's a peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter.
And that's
Yeah, yeah.
SSA, not one-on-one.
That's
Oh, that's 101.
Nah.
101.
With Mullenberry.
Oh,
Mullenberry.
Mullenberry,
Mullenberry.
Mullenberry.
Mullenberry. Mullenberry.
which is now
Yeah.
under SSA, so I, whatever. But anyway,
Hmm.
Yeah, that chocolate milk 101 is like drinkable. It literally tastes like a chocolate milk.
literally,
Literally. You're missing mouthfeel though. You're missing the coolness, the mouthfeel, you know.
That
well,
makes sense
if you're gonna
because that
just
dark
drink it,
chocolate.
just put it in your fridge,
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
or just put it in some milk.
That ice
Flavor your
cream
milk
dark
with it.
chocolate is not really dark chocolate, but it's kind of a darker milk chocolate. So that makes perfect sense here. That sounds like a good mix.
Oh yeah, you're all out of bubblegum, gray ham, the magnificent.
Yeah,
Gray
Graham.
Whose ass are you kicking, bud?
Graham.
His ears were ringing from earlier when we talked about the Nom Nom Streets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Graham is a nom nom's treat.
bubble blower.
Bubblegum, that's a good one too. Is like bubblegum, which is more important? You get the flavor spot on or you get that mouthfeel? Because that actually is you can have some flavors that are spot on. The mouthfeel just doesn't feel like saturated enough.
Yeah,
But
upside down cake.
Oh,
Bubble blower.
yeah,
much
yep, I
milk
agree.
with
I
Rocky Road?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that too, Rocky.
Yeah, that Rocky Road's pretty awesome.
Oh, by the way, Graham, I'm still really sick. No, I'm just kidding. We'll be there tomorrow.
We'll be there tomorrow, but our voice is not 100%.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could add some of the marshmallow gooey in that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
The marshmallow, it does need a little bit of marshmallow added to really pull off the Rocky Road. It's
Yeah.
there, but it's very subtle.
I tried it with the VSO marshmallow raw, but it was too authentic a marshmallow to work. So the gooey or maybe some marshmallow vanilla would probably work a lot better. Oh, we're sacked, Tim. We're all set. We don't have to go tomorrow. We're sacked.
Yeah,
So
Bullshit. I call bullshit, Graham.
your beignet's gonna be sacked. Yeah.
Didn't you know that's what Tim did with it to make you not want any of his? He stashed it in his sack.
That's it.
What?
That's why I don't use it. Nasty.
Nasty boy.
I figured it would be more flavored than though, but then again, you never know.
Yeah.
gotta knuckle it.
Marshmallow gooey is a grower.
Yeah.
Not a shower.
It is.
Marshmallow gooey is a grower, so you add it to your milk and honey shower, and you get a proper golden shower because it's a grower.
Yeah. Just put it in at like 1% and just enjoy. That's it.
Should I mix some in my shampoo and see if it makes me grow taller
Yeah.
Definitely.
or my hair to grow thicker?
What's the ice cream treat they have in the UK? There's bubblegum in it? Oh, I don't know.
We have bubblegum ice cream right here.
Is that like the popsicle you used to get off the truck and it used to have the bubblegum in only one? Do you remember that? No.
I don't think I ever had that. No, we used to actually get like a soft, like bubblegum ice cream. I had to have chunks of bubblegum in the ice cream.
Yeah.
It was similar to like the cotton candy ice
Yeah.
cream, except for it's
Yeah.
bubblegum. Twister, raspberry ripple, bubble in the bottom of. Interesting. I'd try that, Graham. Send that right over. I'm sure it'd make the trip without melting.
Well, yeah. I'm sure.
This is big. What's this, Graham? You said it was a cone. This is just gloop in a cup.
Not if Royal Mail has anything to say about it.
Oh yeah, 6 months later when I finally get it in, oh my god, that one order from Noms was the longest order I've ever had. Period. Like it made the China shipment seem short.
If you
What?
look at Paul, them golden showers clearly strip away color, LOL, from Mallory.
What?
He said, "What?"
I didn't get that one.
Because your hair is gray, Paul.
Oh. Yeah,
Which
I
one?
should- I should probably
Which
do
one?
something about that. That's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, I
Us?
gotta do something about mine too, but I'm waiting a few more days because we're going out to dinner with the kid next week, so
Yeah.
I'll have it a little fresher.
For the kid's birthday. Yeah.
Yep. Oh my god, she's gonna be 24.
So I want to ask that question because I had
Plop. That shit is white. Gray's way darker.
I had somebody who's
Good night, Rocky.
But it's
Night,
not
Rocky.
a bit
Just not
newer to
consider Rocky.
DIY, just starting to kind of really make a couple of mixes that they really enjoy and is starting to dip their toes in a little deeper, but had a question about coffee flavorings, and that is so far outside of my wheelhouse.
Oh, that's also so far out of like beginner
Yeah.
easy.
Well, it is, but I mean,
So
they're going to take the time to single flavor test and experiment, then what are some good? And I know,
There's a question. Are they looking to hunt down flavors? Or are they looking to make it simple at one site? And where do they live?
live in the U.S.
There's so many different coffee flavors. It's hard to.
There are, and I mean, I've
And some
I've
you can only get in
tried-
certain locations. Like if you want the
I've only-
espresso,
yeah, I've only tried very few. Let's say, for simplicity's sake, coffee flavors available at both.
Brazilian from Wonder Flavor. It's a really strong coffee,
Yeah.
but it's really good flavor.
It tastes like coffee.
Somebody
have
need a
that.
Brazilian.
If you use it low.
Ew.
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
That's
Like, if
true.
they're
Blacker with cream, because
Yeah, I'm thinking with cream.
There is a Perillum caramel coffee with sweet milk. That one's.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
I
that
forgot
one. That
about-
looks really
I
good.
yeah,
forgot
coffee,
about
sweet
that
milk,
one.
and caramel flavor. That's a good one.
I have
Cappuccino from
that too.
SSA is not bad. The mocha
See,
coffee from SSA is not bad.
I actually was wondering about SSA's cappuccino personally myself.
Not
I have
bad. It's not perfect.
I have a recipe that uses. Well, it's not my recipe, but it uses Perillum's cappuccino, which is discontinued. Can't get it anywhere anymore.
And I don't
And
really
it's
care
about-
for FAs.
It's going to eventually have to be replaced. And I was personally curious if SSA's might be a
The
fair
tiramisu-
replacement.
Yeah, VSO
That-
espresso's a nice one. That's
It
pretty
is.
Yeah.
smooth.
Which tiramisu? Because I'm out in Bull City right
SSA. Do
They
they have it?
have-
I see.
now. Flavor art.
Yeah, it's not as good. SSA is better. Thank you, Graham. Graham's the one that actually talked
yeah,
me into
that
getting that first time.
FE cappuccino. That one,
Flavor
Rocky loves that shit. Flavor Express cappuccino.
I don't think they
Alright.
have that at BCF.
No, I can't source it up here either. I'm pretty sure you have to be extra nice to Graham, maybe.
They
I've
have
tried- I mean,
if you-
mocha coffee from
if you
SSA.
bounce,
All right.
if you,
Here's what he
yeah,
said was,
mocha coffee isn't too bad.
I have a recipe close down that's so good, but I feel like it's lacking in that actual coffee note. But I heard some say they all taste like burnt flavor, so I've been timid about which to try.
What do they vape on is a question too.
Ooh.
'Cause
I
if
think
they
it's the-
vape high wattage, like a Mac or something like that, then that changes things.
Yeah,
And
I
you
think
definitely do not
everybody-
want to order this tiramisu from Flavor Art because they only have it in 1 liter and 1 gallon.
It's not that good.
that
Um,
tiramisu is that's
If they're
good.
just trying to add the coffee note to it, and that's what they want is a coffee note, and they're not vaping too high wattage, I'd say the Brazilian's good. Add a touch of that Brazilian coffee.
Yeah, and that's like one of the. I mean, I haven't tried it, but like I've heard you guys mention the Brazilian recently. I know
It's potent.
Rocky
Potent.
likes the mocha, the SSA mocha, but also says that it's potent.
It is. It's also potent on the mocha side.
Yeah,
So it's like if you're just trying to add coffee,
yeah, Brazilian coffee.
Brazilian's gonna get you there the quickest for something off like BC.
Mal just said that
Yeah.
Brazilian's killer. He used it in the Java cigar.
And I think if you're vaping less than 70 watts, I think you're not going to get that burnt tire.
Exactly. As long as you're not
Yeah.
vaping high
Yeah.
wattage.
If you're doing high wattage and you got a lot of coffee
Yeah.
in there, I think you're going to get.
Let's be honest, high wattage period.
Yeah.
Coffee's probably not going to be your thing. You're going to have to settle for a lesser price for that.
Because I did give him a link to the channel here, so
Because that coffee with sweet milk caramel is good, but that's not going to add to your real strong coffee flavor.
Yeah.
The mocha is the same thing. It's going to add that that mocha flavor to it.
yeah.
And the cappuccino's got a lot of the cream in it. So if you're really just trying to bump the coffee from Bull City, your best options.
CJ just said the FB caramel mocha to him is the most flavorful and easiest to use.
Okay.
Yeah, but the FE is not at Bull City, and we were trying to do Bull City as we.
Oh, that's right. I didn't see that
but
one.
I don't. But however, FE is generally available at
What about
Flavor
they have
Jungle.
it-
So
That's
they
true.
have you at DIY Vapor Supply?
Yeah, maybe.
Thought they did.
And so
but you know,
I just knuckled the caramel coffee with sweet milk, and it's
That's
not
so good.
It's not like crazy coffee.
No,
It's
it's
a
very
bag.
light on the coffee. Very light on the
Yeah,
coffee. It's
yeah.
more of a cream.
So if whoever you're talking about wants to just start off with coffee, that might be the go-to.
yeah.
Then if they love it, they can.
Yeah, I just wanted to give him a couple suggestions. Also, it's possible he may catch this replay. So, you know what I mean?
So Mal
I figured
has one here. He's indulgence. It starts off Brazilian coffee, Wonder Flavors at 1. Chocolate Mint from Flavor West at 3. Cooling Agent, WS23 at 0.5. Cuban Supreme, FA at 2. Cubano Type from TPA at 1. Colada from TPA at 0.26. Mocha Coffee from SSA at 1.5. Like I said, real mocha note. Not strong coffee. Polar Blast from FA at 0.5. RY4 from Flavoro at 1. Super Sweet Perillum at 2.26. Sweet Tobacco Perillum at 3. I do it. I don't remember. Tiramisu Booster from FA at 1. Interesting combination here. Adding Colada and WS23 to this mix.
Is it a cold coffee?
it's
Well, it's a tobacco coffee blend
yeah,
with RI4 and then adding coolant to it.
it's like a mint coffee tobacco type of
That is.
I know
Try that.
he showed me that he said he
Mint
hasn't been
mocha
able to put
cigar.
that one down himself. He's really enjoying that. A bit out of my element.
Yeah, I
but-
don't. I'm missing a bunch of those.
Uh,
But I know
Graham
what
said-
he's trying to emulate an actual cigar
I do have sweet tobacco to pearl.
that I believe that he enjoys.
Graham said he used to use roasted pecans and cream for coffees. Think it was Fresh's suggestion.
Also, pecans and cream does work well.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with some coffee. If they're gonna order from Noms at all, the Noms coffee is phenomenal.
Yeah.
From Bull City, if they're looking for a more creamy coffee, I would go with that caramel coffee with sweet cream or sweet milk. And if they're
Pearl 'em.
looking for a more strong coffee, go with the Brazilian from Wonder Flavor.
Want that mocha
Those-
chocolatey flavor? Go the mocha coffee.
And
Nice.
I mean, those two and VSO espresso are my favorite coffees, or those three rather. And the VSO. Speaking of, I want to see how that steeped out because I made that
Oh,
coffee.
speaking of, I need to make another. Now that I've got the cream down perfect, finally, on the machine, got to figure out some good flavors to put in that froth cream. Oh wow, did that turn out good? Did you see the picture last night, Paul?
Oh
Put
yeah,
it in the chat. That's actually a picture of my coffee last night. Didn't that look good?
yeah.
But because he took a picture of it in front of the TV, it kind of looks like a bad AI photo.
It's not though. Really not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that turned out really good.
looks like a latte macchiato.
It actually turned out really good. I finally got the frother
Yeah.
to work properly.
I don't recommend caramel cappuccino from TFA. In my opinion, it's pretty bad, Mal said. And Kerplop said the super concentrate cappuccino and VSO espresso are his go-to.
Yeah, SC cappuccino. That was the one that Rocky talks about all the time.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find it though.
Oh, and also if they're gonna go to Noms, coffee liqueur if they want a little Kahlua kind of coffee vibe
Yeah.
from VTA.
Yeah, that is. Oh yeah, that is really.
I mean, that's
yeah.
the extent of my experience with any type of coffee notes are coffee liqueur and the Perellum caramel coffee sweet milk. So
Cappuccinos. I have Kevin
oh,
Vatic,
and the
Flavor Jungle,
and
Inawera,
the
FA,
and that
TPA, SSA,
that-
and
that Perellum cappuccino, but that may as well no longer exist. So
The tiramisu booster kicks, Mal said. See, I really like the tiramisu SSA.
too. That booster for me, it gives me a
And with the right mix of cheesecakes, making a tiramisu cheesecake with that SSA, ooh, forget about it.
Really?
but that's probably just me. I am sensitive to those burnt notes. We discussed that, like similar to me being sensitive to like cotton candy, the burnt note.
but
Burnt notes are
especially
a
when
thing
you-
for me.
especially when you drip straight concentrate right onto a Mac, huh?
Yeah, especially when it hasn't been shaken at all and double concentrated or triple concentrated actually.
It was only double. It was
Only
only double.
I already used high percentages, doubled and not shaken. That was
Doubled.
great. And I couldn't taste anything the rest of the day. I couldn't figure out why.
You're welcome.
Toffee apple. Yeah, the toffee apple.
Oh, that
Is
toffee
nice.
apple is so good, Kerplot.
So
The
so
apple.
good.
Their apple is like the best double apple. Period. The green
Oh,
apple.
yeah.
That's what I forgot to get. Because I'm regretting not getting the apple green on my very first non-supercharged order.
It's a mislabeled
got-
one.
But I got I got the toffee one, and I've kind of been patiently waiting for fall to start playing with it. You know,
That's why we're doing
I
it this
didn't-
weekend. I'm planning on playing some apple flavors this week. I want to play that apple green some more and the
Yeah,
toffee apple because it's like that that toffee,
Um,
that apple green is like the best double apple. It's like cap double apple, but better.
I want to mix my caramel apple, but I haven't been able to because I was sick and I didn't want to mix. I did recipes, but I didn't want to mix.
Great story.
Where the fuck is it?
One of those situations where I just wish that,
Oh,
because it's always going to look at apple green. Someone's going to grab that thinking, I want green apple, and they're going to get it, and they're going to be like, this is a terrible green apple, but it's the best double apple you've ever had. Rock and roll Brazilian coffee and my espresso and our yeah. That's what I got to figure out is what I'm going to add for flavor to my. I got the milk froth working perfectly. I just need to add some flavors to it. I do have some
What a bitch.
some kind of sort of
he's
sweeteners
talking about you, Paul.
coming
You're in
from
the mood.
Flavora to try. So we're gonna some different sweeteners for like coffees and
Darren.
other things.
So CJ dropped a recipe, and then I have a
Do that.
recipe using those 2 Noms apples that I'll pull up.
Click on CJ's recipe and the cat move.
Right? Love
Great
that.
coffee. Caramel coffee with sweet milk perillum, 5. Creme caramel VTA at 0.8. French vanilla V2 from Cap at 1. Milk from FA at 0.5. Mocha coffee from SSA at 0.6. Super sweet from Cap at 0.8. Sweet cream from Cap at 1. And vanilla whipped cream from Cap at 1.5. Coffees are coming from the SSA and the caramel coffee with sweet cream. This is going to taste a lot like a frap almost, I think. Right off the shake, we get super creamy and delicious after a week. It's going to be like a frap.
Crap, baby.
It's going to be a mocha
Frap.
frap. That's a mocha frap. Looks good.
Frappe.
You
Frappe.
bitch.
Frappe. Oh, like, got this. Oh, that's why. Battery's dead. Like, why is that not hit?
No, I have not.
What?
What Mallory's asking, I haven't made. I haven't, not a chance.
Not a chance? Got no chance? That's what you got?
I mean, I got drinks and I've got desserts, and Tim has main course. Does that count? Oh wait, I did that
What?
chicken recipe,
What am
which
I
could
missing?
be considered a main course. So there you go.
Are we still talking about vapes or?
Where's the beef?
Yeah.
Where's the beef?
Bob kept bitching about chicken VSO, so I made a fucking recipe that was all chicken VSO with just like 0.01% sweetener, so it would be able
that's
to be.
just- Yeah, but that's just chicken broth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're missing like the components.
Yeah, we have celery, we have onion, we have garlic. Come on, go to town. That'll
Right,
clear
but
you
that's
right up.
not the everlasting gobstopper in Willy Wonka that tastes like the Three Coasters meal. That was the gum.
Gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it gets to the
Violet, you're
blueberries, when
turning
things go wrong.
violet.
When it gets to the blueberry, that's when things go wrong. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Darren. I've never made one for an MTL either, and I'm wondering if you can do it because it is lower wattage, but because that chamber gets so hot, it might be a problem.
Mm.
The chamber tends to get really warm.
The gobstopper was the one that you could suck and suck and suck, and it would never get smaller.
Yeah, it never gets smaller.
But
It's
we
just
never
a
knew what
gobstopper.
the flavor on it was.
Gobstopper flavor candy, sugar candy.
Well, they never say it in the movie, Tim.
They say it tastes like a gobstopper. They do say that. It's a gobstopper, just lasts forever.
I know what Paul's laughing at.
Yeah.
Gobschlobber.
Anyway.
He's laughing at gobschlobber.
Yes,
No.
Kerplop. That is a
he's
lot of
laughing at suck and suck and suck, and it never gets smaller.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. All right. Anyway, so I made this recipe like right when we were getting sick, so I didn't want to mix it because I didn't want to mix when I was sick. Hazelnut coated caramel apple. I used the apple green from Noms at 2, the toffee apple from Noms at 2, but varying cream from Wonder Flavor at 1, caramel flavor at 0.75, caramel butter wonder flavor at 1.5, caramel candy TPA at 2, hazelnut DX TPA at 2, hazelnut roasted from Noms at 1.5, honey roasted peanut wonder flavor at 1, and super sweet pearlum at 1. And it looks really good and it sounds really good, and I really want to mix it. I just have to get off my ass and get in Tim's office to, go through the Noms box. And then I also wanted to just look at this real quick because this chocolate mousse custard that Sharon made for ladies' night it's really good. I'm vaping it right now. It's chocolate mousse SSA 1.5, legendary custard SSA at 2, super sweet cap at 0.5, and whipped cream DX TPA at 2 in a Crown Royal glass. Yeah.
Looks good.
I've been letting it steep this whole time and it's really, really good.
Sharon killed it that night.
Oh yeah,
Did?
she had
Did.
like 10 recipes?
I don't know if it's that.
Don't worry, ladies' night's coming up again, or girls' night.
Excuse
Ladies'
you?
night.
Oh
Ladies'
no.
night. Hey, the vote went through and you lost or won. You won.
At Cram.
I figured I'd have a little fun, let you guys have some fun. It doesn't even matter.
Speaking of, hi
It doesn't
Sharon.
doesn't matter.
That's right.
Doesn't matter if you can smell what the rock is cooking.
That's right. Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
I'm vaping your chocolate mousse custard right now. I've been letting it steep and it's really, really good.
Fireworks are going off at the
Nice,
ball
Darren.
field.
See how sweet she is to you, Steven? Return the favor. Pick her up when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
He was like, wait a minute, don't get me in trouble here.
I was sitting here being
Oh,
quiet.
thank you, Darren.
Good job.
Ugh.
Yeah, I need to rework this.
Well,
was
I
worried,
actually just made one, but it's not labeled coffee. This Hey Bartender, Give Me a Slice is a coffee cheesecake. It's really, really good. That was for the music
You made a-
episode Saturday.
I made a coffee cheesecake a while.
Bartender.
Maybe it's yours.
I think I've made more than one. I like coffee milk
Oh,
cheesecake.
Buffalo.
I can look. Nope, nobody likes Canada. Sorry, Uncle Paul.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Hey,
Let me find something actually.
no. Yeah.
Cocoa espresso cheesecake. That's the one.
I made a vanilla coffee cheesecake for Steven.
Oh, that one's really funky. These are Wonder Flavors.
No,
cheesecake
that
in
was
it.
the one that I made for him for his birthday, but I couldn't mix because we don't have the real flavor.
I'm talking about the cocoa espresso cheesecake I made. That was the one. It
Oh.
was super funky because I used that cheesecake from Wonder Flavors.
There.
Got serious funk to it. Didn't quite vibe with the coffee.
This is probably the closest thing to like a coffee or like one of the most darkest, most rich type of recipes I ever made and actually enjoyed, specifically to go with a cup of coffee. And that caramel coffee with sweet milk, Burlem at 3%, coffee liqueur VTA at 1.25, cream milky undertone at, sorry, my phone was going off, at 1%, dulce de leche flavor jungle at 2%, milky caramel fudge at 1%, super sweet cap at 0.6, and whiskey cream noms at 1.5. Yeah, the idea was, I think, to kind of keep it more along like the realms of like the dulce de leche, but like infused like with all these other flavors and a booze note. It came out quite nice. It's really dark and rich for my palate, but like
Tacos.
Oh, it's
a
not.
year a year ago, I wouldn't have even dreamed of attempting anything like this.
Looks good, man.
It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. That was my coffee-ish, type of attempt.
I'm gonna jump off here early, guys. I gotta cook tacos.
All right.
Taco
Goodies.
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Tell Sharon we love her. Give yourself a hug.
Later.
Later.
They'll say, yeah, yep. Very good.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. Paula just said that cinnamon. I was thinking, could try that cinnamon Danish
Dulce.
swirl in that creamer. Cinnamon Danish swirl in the creamer next. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, you could do that too. But I've put ground cinnamon in the top of the coffee and brewed it. Oh, it's so good. So good.
I can
Yeah.
sprinkle a little ground cinnamon over top of your broth.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yes, yeah, they
You
do
can do the
that.
same thing with a little bit of ground chocolate too. Ground chocolate and cinnamon.
Another thing is
Take a chocolate bar and just grate it.
Yeah, I've heard of people putting in when you're brewing your coffee, put in like break up some candy canes. If you wanted to have like a little minty candy cane, and it'll just melt and go through, and it comes out in the coffee. I'm not a candy cane fanatic, but I heard it's really good.
Ooh, tell us cinnamon coffee cake.
Yeah, I used to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon right on the top of my coffee grounds.
Oh yeah.
Then it just brews that cinnamon
Cheap
right
using
into your
Nesquik in the
coffee.
Hey, Nesquik works in your coffee. Don't grab the wrong Nesquik because it'll taste a little funny with the strawberry.
Mm.
I mean, if you have it and you want to go even
The
more
caramel
risky, you don't
version.
have to buy
Nesquik
Nesquik,
caramel,
just
though.
put a little SSA chocolate mousse in your coffee. It's delicious.
So my thing lately has been like my French vanilla creamer, but also like 10 to 12 drops of Flavor West caramel cinnamon roll. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, see,
I
the
say
thing is, I
12
can't
because
use
I
the
got bigger
can't use the
cups
French vanilla
than
creamer
limit.
because that's got a lot of carbs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
like my
whole
French
adding
vanilla
flavors to
creamer.
it is a keto type thing. Carbs down.
Yeah.
Gonna be trying a
I'm
bunch of
still
different variants of sweeteners. coming up.
adding different flavors, but always on top of that French vanilla creamer, just because that's what I normally drink, how I drink my coffee. So, you know what I mean? That's how I am able to tell exactly how the flavors are affecting,
Yeah.
what I'm drinking.
Mhm.
The TFA banana bread and banana Foster were also really good.
Looks fake, doesn't it? That's a real cup of coffee. That's a real coffee. It looks fake and it's a
Yeah.
real cup of coffee in front of the
I
TV.
actually did not know that when you first posted that in the chat.
I didn't even realize it. It almost looks like he's holding it up like a bad CGI.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It
We're
looks
watching a
like
horror movie.
phone.
Watching a horror movie. I paused it and I picked it up. Man, it's gonna look like a new phone here in a few weeks. Let the debate begin. iPhone or Android or
No,
I'm getting the
no,
16. I'm
Oh
getting
my
the 16.
god.
no more smartphone debates.
So Mal says, one of my earlier mixes, I tried to do a banana cinnamon mix using cinnamon red hots flavor from TFA.
Ooh.
And while it smelled amazing and tasted amazing, it was like inhaling a
Like
pissed off
pissed
cat.
off cat.
Can you explain to me exactly what inhaling a pissed off cat feels
That
like?
Red Hots flavor from TPA is off.
My
Yeah,
guess
that's
would
the
be
one that Dave mixed. That
razor
red
sharp claws.
The one he dumped out and killed all the fish with. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
gross.
It It is tasty, but man, it's brutal.
Claws, destroyed throat and
Yeah.
sinus. Oof.
Wow.
All right,
Right.
so
Cracker.
just because I had to, I just put like 5 drops of that medicine flower wild raspberry in my coffee with 5 drops of super sweet, and it's really good.
He's such a bitch.
I love that. I still think I like the blueberry better.
Like blueberry and coffee?
No,
The medicine flower
blueberry.
Oh.
Mhm.
I mean, I literally vape something with medicine flower blueberry in it every day.
Oh,
So,
this is the first time I'm trying it, so we'll see.
I'll never see that bottle. I'll never see that bottle again.
Oh,
I love
please.
the
I like
wild
raspberry more
raspberry.
than you. You told me just keep it in here and you just come grab it when you need it.
I'll go to
Well,
use it one day and it'll be gone.
You should go ahead and mix that birthday recipe I made for you, but the medicine flower version. Now that you have the wild raspberry, so freaking good.
That's right.
I'll put it
That's
on
right.
my
That's something we
list
had
of
to change.
stuff that I'm behind on mixing. I just,
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
mean,
feel like fucking digging out flavors and dealing with it. That's why I made simple recipe tonight.
yeah,
It's all easy, like right here.
yeah.
Well, we'll call this poll and see where we're at. I haven't even looked.
USA.
USA.
Wow, that's
USA.
surprisingly even for Canada and
Well,
UK. I didn't realize it
So
didn't say
I'm
team.
guessing out of the 15 votes, there was 1 vote for Canada, and that was Paul, and 1 vote for the UK,
Two.
and that was
Two
Graham.
2 votes for Canada, 2 votes for UK.
Yeah.
Because TJ said he voted for Canada too, so hey, they must have had 2 each.
He felt sorry for me.
So we had 12 votes for Team USA. Nothing like dividing lines in the sand that mean nothing.
Where did you math, Tim? 15 votes, and you got 12 and 4. There's 11 votes for USA. If there's 2 each for UK,
Well, how do it wind up
Canada.
being exactly 60? Take poll. Have Benny take the same poll tomorrow. I bet it goes to UK side. Betcha.
Yeah. See, you got to know the audience.
The
yeah.
demographic.
That's the problem. Of course, it's gonna be USA side here.
Well, that's because everybody in the UK is sleeping right now.
Well, you know what's funny
except
is
for Graham.
Yeah,
There's
except for
no-
Graham, he never sleeps.
Oh, and phrasing. Phrasing doesn't sleep either.
there's no shows up here in Canada, right? There's all kinds of US mixers and DIY shows, right? And there's nothing here in Canada.
In other words,
found our
Canada will
vote.
never win that vote.
No.
Yes, I should have known it when you did the other UK vote.
Told you it
BFF.
was 2. Well, we're gonna get out of here for the night before our voices break any more than they already are. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Yeah, this Saturday is fall flavors. Anything makes you think of fall? I'm thinking apple season's already here. We already got peaches and stuff. Like fall flavors are here. Harvest season started, like early harvest season. We're not quite pumpkin season yet, but I suppose if you want to.
You'll have to start that one off with a apple or pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm going
Poll.
apple. But it's a little early for a pumpkin.
I'm talking about a poll.
but-
I'm talking about a poll
Poll?
for fall flavors. Are you apple or a pumpkin?
Apple, pumpkin, or other.
Yeah, or other.
Let's go Buffalo.
Oh, Tim Hortons coffee. Yeah.
Right up Dutchess Alley. What was I gonna say? Shit.
You say Team Canada, and you're coming out with a new show starting next week. You'll be the only one in Canada. Got it.
He did say
Yeah,
specifically
exactly.
he's drinking a Tim Hortons and is a stone throws away from and can see Canada across the lake, but still Team USA. So
Yeah.
you got to read the whole thing, not just the Tim Hortons.
I see the buffalo symbol, so I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Not enough of us.
Because he misses
This
Duchess.
needs a one of these in the chat here real quick.
Uh-oh. What he's doing. Bill's Mafia. Yes.
That's it.
All right. So everybody, you have a good week. Remember, next week we got V recipes. There's plenty of V's. Easier, much easier than you. We should, like I said, if it wasn't for you falling in the middle of a bunch of major ones, would have multiple episodes. And then we only got 3 weeks of this left, and then we're gonna start something completely unique and new, designed for Tuesdays.
Okay, so Duchess, if you look at your screen, the little square that has letter U mixes and has hashtag AAFL recipes. There you go. Look at that guy. I showed you my butthole.
Nice. Thank you.
You
Although
gotta-
yours looks more like a pile of poop in a bowl.
You're gonna have to go for Brazil.
Chocolate ice cream and raspberries, you dipshit.
Those are that's poop in a bowl of dingleberries. Got it. All right.
At least it's not a flower vagina.
I know, right? Or pizza.
Excuse me, a bloody flower vagina.
pizza?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was so horrible. All right, so it's just you, Steve-O. What do you got coming on? What do you got going on?
Well, we did Wicking It and Kicking It last night, so we're another 5.5 days out or whatever. So Mondays, come hang out. I don't know what we're going to do next week because we did the gear that I had been hanging on to, but we'll think. We always think of something. We have a good time. Chat is freaking awesome, man. They make the show what it is. I had a blast last night. But if anybody hasn't tuned in yet on Monday to Wicking It and Kicking It, come hang out. Good time.
Yeah, we were sleeping.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Mal messaged me about the culotta. Actually helps bring out the mint. That makes sense. Plus inhale and exhale. If you like cooling, you like cooling. Low percentages in his mix from earlier. Anyhow, yeah, everybody have a good week. Enjoy yourselves. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow on Benny Vape's channel, hanging out with the UK guys so they can do the poll and completely change the dynamic. Maybe we can get Paul to drag Paul in.
Yeah, come on, Paul.
He's like, no.
Vapes.
All
Yeah,
right, love you
maybe.
guys. Love you, fam. You guys have a good weekend. I guess I'll do it. Hasta la night. Cha-cha-cha. Sayonara.
Sayonara,
Bye.
cha-cha-cha, goofy.
Take care, Ace.